we are live.
Yeah.
Hey. Welcome, everyone. Whether it is your morning, your afternoon, or evening, tunasema karibu sana kwa mjadala mwingine, just because of God's goodness in our lives. We are here again to share the growth as we reflect on our low moments. Okay, as you see the topic, mwaka ndio umekuja, but we are saying, hey, it's not yet done. It's not yet done. There are parts of our versions that we still want to let go, that are not serving us anymore. You know, we are saying we have been somewhere, whether it was a situation that you find yourself saying, maybe next time. Destiny anakwambia saa hizi wewe uko tu maybe next time. Finding yourself playing so small. Finding yourself settling for less. Yet God is telling you, you are enough and there's so much more for you. Just be willing to go and grab it. And so we just want to have a moment to reflect, a moment to pause, a moment to appreciate the journey. That where we are today, it's not where we were in January. It has taken something from us, it has taken something from our being. It is taking us something to get to where we are going. But all of it because we said yes to an opportunity that has gone beyond what we thought we were signing up for. And so tonight, as you listen, I will request that not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Because somewhere in our stories here, you will hear your own reflection. And maybe it will be an invitation for you to also begin again. That version of you that's too afraid, too busy, too unsure, we want to address it by sharing our own stories in this journey. So, my sisters here, thank you for even just finding time to come up and as a way of giving up back to God's creation, share your own journeys as we go along. So, nitaita madada zangu hapa wajiintroduce. Wakati wanajiintroduce pia nitakuwa na swali kwa kila mmoja wao, na wakati anajibu hilo swali, tafadhali wewe pia tafakari, what part of that story resonates with what you might be going on right now? What part of that story gives you an inclination to want to start, just like some of us have done? So I'm gonna let me allow my sisters to introduce themselves before we go to the questions. I'll start with Sister McKenna.
Right, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is McKenna. I was born and raised in Kenya. I live in the US with my family. I am a pastor. I am a digital business owner and a mentor. Grant to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister McKenna. You've heard from her. I'll not repeat what she has said. I'm gonna go to Sister Regina.
Oh, thank you so much, Lynette, for this hosting. For the sake of our audience who don't know me, my name is Regina, and I was also born and raised in Kenya. I moved to the US when I was a mama. So I'm a mom of, why are you smiling, McKenna? I'm a mom of 3 teens. I'm also I work in business, and it's me.
Back to you, Lynette.
Can you hear me, Lynette?
No, you are cutting short, but
Oh,
you can
I'm so.
hear you. Yeah.
Oh,
To
I hope.
my sister, thank you, Sister Regina. Thank you for just letting us into your space and knowing who you are. Sister Lois.
Okay, thank you so much, Lynette. I appreciate you hosting me today together with my sisters. I am Lois, originally from Kenya. Born and raised in Kenya, moved to the US already when I was an adult and a mother. And I'm a legal assistant by profession and a proud digital business owner. For those who are joining us for the first time, feel welcome. Take a cup of tea, a glass of water, and sit and listen to these nuggets. You are here or you've seen us not by accident, but there's a purpose, and you're going to see what the purpose is. Back to you, Lynette.
Thank you. Take a sip as you listen to our stories. And if any of this really resonates, feel free, whether it resonates or you have a question from what we're discussing, feel free to use the comment section and we will be glad you partook of this conversation. So I'll go straight to one of my sisters here. It has been a journey. You have grown. There are things about you you had to let go because they were not serving you. And in a moment, looking into yourself, you're like, Regina is more than this. Regina has more than this. Regina is identifying herself as heavens identify her. So we just want to hear you, Sister Regina. What version of yourself had to die for you to step into this new season of your peace, of your freedom, of your becoming?
Thank you so much again, Sister Lynette. I know this topic can be very wide, but I'll make it very short because when I think of what version of myself had to die for me to step into this new season of freedom or peace, it's a lot of things. But I'm going to focus on maybe the main one because, when you're starting a new thing, there is always that small voice that is trying to convince you that what if this is not the one? How are you sure you're going to make it? Those kind of stuff. And so for me, I want to say that when I started this business, when I saw this opportunity, I'm not going to go back to how I saw it because I know we have said that a lot of times on this platform. But I just want to now talk about myself. Like, yes, I've seen the opportunity, I've debated between myself and I've decided like now I'm doing this business, and then I step in, you know, I or rather I step in to start the journey. But stepping in can be in two ways. You can step in because you are in, but you're not in when you're not actually doing the business. So there was that moment of my time when I was in the business and I was not actually doing anything because of what I had to kill, what
Mm,
had to die. So before that thing died, I was in that cocoon of what if, like, what if it doesn't work? What are people gonna say? But mostly, what I want to talk about was the thing that was killing me, or the thing that had to die was playing small.
mm,
I used to play small in so many ways, and I realized that if I continue playing small, there's no way I will succeed in this business because our business is a business, it's a people business. And how I was playing small is, as I said, I was thinking of what if, like, what will people say? Like, I'm an introvert. I've said that a lot of time here. And so, that voice that keep telling you, like, people are going to wonder, where did Regina get all this courage? Like, what is she saying? Like, look at her. Like, what is she doing on? And for sure, people were asking me, what are you talking about? What is this business you're talking about? And so, when those questions come to me when I'm not ready, what they make me to do is to shrink, right? And so by the end of the day, you find that I'm not playing like the Regina that God wanted me to be, but I was playing small because of the fear of what will they say. And as my friend here, Lois, usually keep on mentioning a lot of time, like whether you do whatever you do, they will still say. So just be you. Like even if I don't show up, even if I show up, they will have to look for people, the people you are feeling, those they. Because sometimes when you ask yourself, like what will they say? Who are they? Like who are these they? And maybe nobody is bothered, nobody is cares to look at you. And if they are there looking at you, even if you don't do what you want to do, they will still say whatever they want to say. Because for people who are there looking out for what Regina will do or will not do, it doesn't matter if I do it or if I don't do it, they will have to come up with a story. And so I had to talk, to sit myself down and tell myself that this is my journey. It is not a journey of everyone. When for those of us who are Christians, you say when God called you, He called you. Your calling is very individual. It's not public, right? So when God calls you, it is only you who know what conversation you had. So when I saw this opportunity, it is not, I'm not using someone else's faith or vision to run my business. It is me who saw this opportunity, and it is me who believe that I can succeed in this opportunity and this business. And so I don't know why I was allowing what I thought that people's opinion would put me down and play small. And as I said, sometimes those people you're feeling what they will say, they are not even bothered. Like they don't even care that whether you came and did whatever you did or not. They will just realize you are there doing something. When you start, flying high, that's when they will realize, oh, Regina has been doing this. But when you're just down there, not even you haven't even started flying, nobody knows that you are doing something sometimes. And you're there busy worrying about what will they say. So I was playing small for a long time, for some time, especially in the beginning. And I had to, I reached this time and I had to release that fear of judgment. Like, if they want to judge me, let them go ahead and judge me. Because you know what, if I don't do what I do, like if I don't run my business, or if I don't go to work, and that means I will not be able to provide for my family, and I don't pay my bills, and you know what happens, that cycle of if you don't do what you're supposed to do, this will lead to this. That is the time they will say, and they will think this person has failed to play her role as a parent, not be able to provide. So I want to maybe encourage people out there who want to do something and you always fear what people will say. Just forget about what they will say. Let them say, because that is another sign to show that you are existing, and you are. It's very important that people have time to say whatever they might say, to all those kind of things. So release that fear of judgment. Stop playing small, like I did. I stopped playing small, and now I can tell you, when I come here, I come with a lot of boldness and confidence. I really don't care if anybody will say anything or not, because I'm playing like Regina. It's me, and this is my God-given opportunity for me to thrive in this online space, because why not? So what they will say is not anymore a subject to discuss within me, or rather something to make me play small anymore. I do not play small in my business. I do not play small in the online space, because it is my space. It is my space to fly. Like that thing that says that tell me, guys, like the wings are mine.
Yeah. You don't
Yeah,
ask for permission for anybody to fly. Fly them.
Yes.
I don't ask for permission to fly. The wings are yours. And the is it that the space is for everyone, so I don't need to ask for permission to fly, because the wings are mine and I can fly. The space out here is for everyone. Whoever wants to fly, we can fly. So that is the reason I don't play small anymore, because regardless of whether I fear or not, people are still flying. Why should I put myself down? So yeah, I just want to challenge all of us, do not play small. And that is a part of me that had to die. Back to you, Sister Lynette. And yeah.
Thank you, Sister Regina. And there can only be one Regina,
Yes,
and that
for
is
sure.
her. You know what? Just as she was sharing, there's so many things that were going in my mind. One of them is how wonderful God is that He gave us this internet, which has been an equalizer. You don't need to ask for permission from anybody. Not the other normal way of, hey, I want to start this business. Unajua nani huko juu mwenye anaweza nisaidia? Hakuna saizi kutafuta mwenye unajua. It is you and your willingness. It is you and your willingness. And so find your landing. That's what Sister Regina, just find your landing. Use your voice. Use your voice, your work and your vision and the dream are worth being chased. Don't wait for any permission. Kwani nani atakupa permission? You know, wakati ulikuwa naongea, I was like, by the way, for those people we look unto, unafikiria atakuwa na time ya kwanza kuangalia huyu Regina anafanya nini? No. That should tell you something. That should tell you that mostly people who will have something to talk about you are people who are yearning to have a piece of you. The only thing is that they don't know how to approach it, maybe. And so what remains is for you to show up more and more and more, and maybe in so doing, they find something to grow up to because, hey, their role model is shining. So keep on doing that, my sister. She had to kill playing small because it wasn't serving her anymore. What are you willing to kill? Tuko na miezi mingapi towards the end of the year, all of us had goals, all had visions. If you stopping for a moment to think, nikianza hii watu watafikiria ulienda majuu kufanya hizi. Ndio.
Singekaa tu hapa.
Kuja small tutakueleza ni nini, ni utamu gani uko ndani wa hii biashara na hii opportunity. So you've had her. I'm not gonna dwell so much nuggets there. I'm gonna go to another sister of mine. How have you, Sister McKenna? As Sister Regina was killing the aspect of playing small, what do you wish you had said yes to sooner when you look back, and why?
Wow. Yeah, thank you, Lynette. That's a nice question. We always say that 80% of this business is all about mindset, and 20% is about the system. We already have a very wonderful system. For me, I started this business 19 months ago. I remember I signed up. I get my first ID February 27. I want to say that I really, really, really struggled in this business for 1 year. 1 full year. No, I think it was even 13, 14 months. Why? I had my own reasons of starting this business. First and foremost, it was about my retirement. The other one was about my children. That one was there. God provided money, yes. I was able to have my own website. I started my own business. But one thing that when I look back, I wish I had said yes to is that change of mindset, that believing in me. Hii ingine nilikuwa napiga msitu. Yeah, have you heard of it? Then you're just like everywhere. You're just like a bat. Unaenda unarada hapa yeah. That was my challenge. And my mind was like, yes, I knew I had a potential, but my goodness, I never accomplished that. Because my mind was still doubting. I was like, yeah, Regina has talked about what will people say. That was my main challenge. And I want to say this. The day I said it's up to me, it doesn't matter what people say, that is the time I was able to start boom, 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 going up higher. I wish I knew. I would have made my mind a long time ago and say it doesn't matter what you say because you're not paying my bill. Lois like talking about that. Doesn't matter what you say. Yeah, you're not paying my bills. I wish I knew. I would have said that before. Because in this business, yes, you can have money, you can get to wherever you want. The start point for you can be amazing. Yeah, you can have that mentorship. We have mentorship, even a coach. Yeah, you can have wonderful people surrounding you. We all know ourselves. We try to elevate ourselves every day in this business, but still, if your mind is not set up, if you don't have that shift to say that, yes, this is where I want to be, and you believe that things will start manifesting in your life, then you can't do this business. Because the biggest part is for you to believe in yourself, to trust in yourself, and do what you're supposed to. I was doing sometimes what I was supposed to, but still I was not winning. Why? Because I had that battle. Nilikuwa na vita kali. Sengine we always say, hey, the devil, what devil? I came to realize I was my own enemy. Because all the time I was like, oh, McKenna, I don't think I can. I'm not enough. Oh, for 1 year, for 14 good months, until I said, yes, now that's enough. And still, that time I had to be vulnerable and talk to somebody and say, hey, here, I need help. You see, sometimes you can say you have some tech
No one.
skills. Yeah. Sometimes you can say, hi, I have some tech skills. I know about it. Yeah. But in this business, you just have to follow the training. You have to know who you are and where you want to go. You just need to have that faith. Yes, I am a believer, but still I don't know what are the story and my faith and my belief, because I was like, I was just doing things. I've come to realize once you know the purpose, where you want to go, and you stick to that, and you start working on your mind every day, definitely you'll be a winner in this business. And that's what I started doing not too long ago. And I want to thank God because of what I have achieved so far. So for me was mindset. I wish I knew. I would have just decided kuingia kwa mwili na miguu na mikono na kichwa. But this time kichwa iliingia, my body was outside. And really struggled. Or maybe my body got inside and my head was out there. Like wondering what am I going to do? So yeah, back to you. Jeanette. Now these days my whole body is into this business. Not just
I like that. Kichwa ndani, mguu ndani, kila kitu ndani. And that is how it begins. It all begins by the decision to be in fully. To be in fully. And so thank you, my sister. If you're struggling believing in
I'm trying to think which one is better to be inside.
oh, kichwa.
Is it head or the body? Which one? If you're not fully in, which one is better inside than the other one?
Oh my goodness, I wish my head was inside because it would have pulled my body in. But now my body was in, my head was out. Oh my goodness. All the time your head will try to pull your body outside.
Next time, McKenna, now it is good because you're now holding the bull by its horns and say, I'm here.
I'm here. I'm going nowhere.
Yes.
And I think that is just life. Somebody says pain is gonna be pushing you. Hey, you need to be here. You're looking at your retirement. There's no ulifika hapa kama ushaz. Let me not use that. Usha, you already hapa hii mambo ya 401k. Kama umekuja hapa kama miaka zimesonga kama wengine wetu, hiyo 401k yako hiyo, it's another reality that hits bad. And so you knew there's this campaign, so it was pushing you. But till when now your vision of how you're looking at how your future should look like started pulling you. That is when at that point ndio nasema ulijiingiza ndani makucha yote, vidole yote, kila kitu ndani. But it is a natural journey where you'll be pushed by pain till when now your vision starts pulling you. And we thank God you are there. And we are witnesses to the growth that is happening before our own eyes. Watu wanakula vizuri hapa, tusiende pale, but people are eating mzuri hapa. Hey, my sister McKenna, my sister Regina, thank you for sharing your journeys. Whoever is watching us out there, please, if there's any part of this that you can resonate to, pick up and move with a different perspective to how we should be approaching life. And so we saved the best for the last. Sister, mmekuwa mnasikia yeye ndio huwa anatupa sometimes push, wanakulipia your bills? Hapana. So why even why even caring about them? So I'm gonna go to my sister Lois. How has saying yes to this business changed not just your income, but your presence, your peace, your purpose, your freedom, your confidence? You're now our go-to person. Tumekuweka pale. Hii kinasumbua, hebu pigia Lois uone atakwambia nini. How has this business helped you in all realms of life?
Okay, thank you so much, Lynette. Wow. And thank you so much for all those compliments. I didn't know I was waking somebody up from their. I know you've not been sleeping, you're still working on your business, but I was talking to that because I know there's somebody out there. And I know even as we are in business, at times we may feel like it's too much. I can't go on. So I needed to remind you that. And it is good that it has spoken to you and you're feeling it. So, Lynette, when I joined this business, at times we may think it's just about the income, but I wasn't saying to income. Of all the things, I wanted to have a peace of mind. That's what I want to say. And I want, because I learned along the way that at times we don't live to our full purpose the way God created us. Because for a long time I called myself an introvert, and I would say I called myself an introvert because when I saw this business, and I don't want to go into details, my first question that I asked that person, will I be doing what I saw you doing? And in short, I was asking her, will I be doing a video like what I saw you doing? So I was already limiting myself. I can't do that. And look at the person who was saying that. Those are two different people. That's what I'm trying to say. Those are two different people. And so you don't have to limit yourself. And one of the things that we look for this business is we don't look for it just for the purpose of income. We look for it because we want to have that peace of mind. Because I remember the many nights after work, I talked to my daughter and asked myself, tell me, what did I get myself into? Imagining that I'm leaving her in the house and going to work and I'm not going to sleep. I missed my sleep. I missed my family. And I was so stressed. Yes, the bills needed to be paid. And because there is nobody else who is going to pay my bills, I needed to do what I have to do. And so I knew that life was not just about clocking in and clocking out. And so I needed to do something different so that I had to have that wake up call that my peace is most important in me. And my presence in those people that I love is very important. Rather than just chasing this money that I'm chasing, and I have no time to enjoy it, I have no time even to have time with my loved one, rushing from one door to another. Because you can imagine when you have two jobs, what does that mean? You get out from one, you rush through these streets, I don't know whether to call them streets or highway, going to the house, make sure you remove the food that you cooked on Sunday, and put it in and try to present it very well on the table so that they can have it instead of you making for them something fresh. And then you rush again to the next door where you need to clock in. Is that really peace? No, I needed to do something. So this business has taught me that I can change my life the way I want. And first of all, I have to remember that even God created the earth for 6 days and he rested. So you also need to rest. And you cannot rest when you're moving from one job to another. And especially when you have two jobs. Because let me give a very good example with myself. Because as much as I would rush from one job to another, what does that meant? I did not have a weekend. So my Sunday that I'm supposed to rest, that God has said we should rest, and even our servant should rest. Servant Lois never used to rest. And I never served God fully because you can imagine having worked on a Saturday night. To be sincere, you cannot go to church. So I would console myself by saying, even during COVID time, we went to church online. So I would go to church online. And you know, the Bible says, do not get weary of meeting one another. I'm not meeting anybody when I'm there. So part of my peace has been taken away because of that. I'm not meeting anybody. I'm just me and a screen there. And then the family that I tell them once I finish doing that, I tell them, now I need to rest. You have to make sure that you align your purpose with what God has put for you. And this is not something that I think I knew it before I started the business, but because of the so many things that are in our hands at that time, we don't remember that. But I thank our business because what we are taught is not just about the money, about the making the money. It builds us as a 360. I say it's a 360 turnaround because starting from your mindset, and that's why McKenna decided that now she's going to get the whole body inside because when she when she was just some of parts of her were in the business and the other parts were outside. When she went through this training, she learned that I have to be fully here, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And that is how our business teaches us. And then I'm very grateful for that. So there are some things that we may take for granted that you always have to make sure that you align your business with your life and what God has called us for. And you have to remember that you are always there for your children and your loved ones. And I keep saying this thing, and somebody reminded me the other day. There's nobody who remember how many times you worked late. There's nobody who remember when you missed their school game apart from your children. So clock in as early as possible so that you can get that overtime. Clock in as late as possible. But let me tell you, the minute you get out of that door, nobody remembers that. The only person who remember, and even now, I said I'm a mother to one young adult. That girl reminds me things of what I did not do when she was very young, and I'm like, girl, you still have that in heart? I thought you forgave me. I'm sorry. And you know, it's because it really created a very big impact and left a very big hole in her life. So, parents, or rather, if you are a human being there and you're thinking of doing this business, it doesn't matter whether it is your children, it doesn't matter whether it is that partner or your any family member of yours. The only opportunity you have with them is now. That is the time that God has given you. Tomorrow, it's never meant for you. So it is the high time you decide, how do I want to live my life? What kind of a legacy do I want to leave? And Lynette, I want to mention that having been in this business, I've learned that God has given me another purpose, that my calling was not just to be 8 to 5. It was there to serve others, to be able to lift others and be in their journey to make them get wherever they want to get to. Because in our business, we say it's built out of passion and compassion. So my journey does not involve me as Lois alone. And that's why you're seeing us here, the four of us. My journey to succeed involves others. And when I lift others, that's how God gets to lift you. And remember, even the Bible says that we should always hold each other in their burdens. So when I approach you, or rather somebody comes to me and says, I would like to know more about this business of yours, I'm seeing you're saying that I'm going to have time freedom, I'm going to have financial freedom, and I'm going to have the peace that I want. I'm struggling because I have these jobs that I have to run to meet all my bills, and also to help like us who are immigrants, also to be able to help our families back at home. What exactly can I do? You hold that person's hand, just like what somebody else did, and show them the way. And that's how you're able to lift that person. So, the question you should ask yourself, what impact have you put into different people? And how many people have you been able to lift you up? Remember, even the Bible says, enjoy your life, but remember, on the judgment day, you'll be asked what you did. So, how many people did you help? Lois, I woke you up from your cocoon. You always called yourself an introvert. Now you can speak out. How many people have you helped to speak out? I did not do this on my own. Somebody held my hand and did that and helped me to do what I'm doing right now. And with God, that's how I'm being able to do this. So, how many people are you impacting by that? That is what I'm trying to do. So, am I meeting my purpose through this business? If you're not, it is the high time you start asking yourself, God called me here for a purpose. And if he's not showing, if you haven't seen the purpose, ask him, God, what do you want me to do with this business that you have given me? The training is there. And I think as much as our training does not really put the Bible scriptures, the way our training is done, it's like it shows for sure. You're supposed to be lifting other people, and you're supposed to be holding other people's hand so that your purpose in this business can be done. It's not just about the money, it is not about the ranks, but how many families have you impacted? That is a question you should ask yourself. And if you have the answer saying none, call yourself into a meeting. Maybe you are not yet fully with your whole body, and maybe you've not decided to spread your wings like Regina did. So spread your wings, get into the muddy water. Don't wait for any perfect time. The perfect time is now. The water may be muddy, but at the end of it, it will get cleaner when you are able to enjoy the fruits. And remember, Golis says, remember your humble beginnings. We all start from somewhere. That small thing that you're thinking it's very small, it can take you very far. It's up to you to decide and make that choice. How far do I want to go? What is my purpose? Back to you, Lynette.
You took me to church. For a moment, you took me to church. That is so layered, my sister. There is so much to what you have shared. I don't know what the rest, those ones listening, what you've gotten. But there is a soul outside there that can only hear your voice, that can only be shifted from your touch. Your impact is being awaited for. Yes, we always have this inner yearning, but till when you decide to bring it forth, it will remain a wish. So it has been a sacred moment for me to revisit my inner self. Hopefully, you too. Reclaim your voice, reclaim your worthiness, revisit your vision, because somebody's life is dependent on you showing up. So before the clock strikes midnight on this season of your life. Think through it. Usikuwa tu na cancel, we like using the word canceling days. No, don't live a life of just waiting for this day to be over. When the day is over, when you recount what makes your heart or your inner soul excited. So you've heard the stories. I'm not gonna uh, be so focused on dwelling and tearing it apart. We have had it has sunk in us differently, but this is what I'm saying. The shifts, the awakenings, all that is proof that freedom begins when you decide to stop playing small, when you start believing yourself, when you start walking in your becoming. So before this year ends, because we know we make our plans around the year, whether it's your goals, your visions, let one thing end for good. Whether it's that fear, whether it is playing small, whether it is doubting yourself. You know, the version of you that doubted your voice, the version of you that delayed or has been delaying your vision, that denied you your real value, let it die. Let it go. And this, you don't have to wait till January. You don't have to wait till the start of the new year. Because you know what? One good thing is that heaven will not wait for the calendar. Yeah. Heaven just operates on your decision and your willingness to say yes. And so your decision tonight might just be the beginning of your freedom, of your peace, of your legacy, of your next level. And I can go on and on and on. Picking on the few aspects was the ripple effect of having been in this business. So, my sisters, is any of you having any closing remarks before we close?
Okay, so what I would say is this. If somebody is listening to us out there and you're still feeling stuck and you're not sure where to go next, I want to say these people that you see here is a sign that you have been praying for. You might think might not be it, but I can tell you it is, because nothing happens by accident. There's a reason that you saw us, and that's why you're seeing us right now. And don't wait for the perfect time. That's what we say. And we say, come as you are, as raw as you are. Whatever you think is imperfect is perfect in us. And that's why we say our business is a business that you do not require any experience. Or what you require is you are committed, you're disciplined, and you're ready to learn. So I want you to say yes to your next chapter, because this is where your next chapter of peace, presence, and purpose begin. And it is waiting for you on the other side. All what you have to do is say yes. And how do you say yes? On the screen, if Lynette, you can remove this, maybe they'll be able to see well. I don't know whether they can see well. On the screen, you can see all our websites we have there. Those are our shops, our WW shops. You just have to go there. The person you had given you that lullaby, the person who has given you that awakening voice that you always want to hear for the rest of your life, as they mentor you and they coach you, because we also have a coach to be in a few weeks to come. So that is a person you have to go to. So remember, your peace, present, and purpose is only you who hold the key. And the key you hold is just saying yes.
What a better way of just closing this. Rise into your purpose, rise into your peace, rise into your presence, because somebody's life is dependent on that. So, with that, we are saying for now, thank you for staying with us, for listening to our
Lynette,
story.
there is a comment there.
Yeah,
Purity.
Purity says, such a great moment to listen to you once again. Great topics that makes one feel like you are too late. Thanks for inspiring me. Thanks so much, Purity. Thanks so much. That's why we are here, that we were somewhere and somebody held our hand. Somebody removed the veil from our eyes, and somebody told us or gave us an opportunity to say, enough is enough. It's time to let go of what's not benefiting us. And so, thank you so
Can
much.
I say something
Thank
maybe
you.
before we
Oh,
finish? Yeah?
Yeah.
Because of Purity Richie has been watching us for quite some time. And through us, she is ready to, probably by next week, she'll be able to get her head and her body inside. Yes. Purity, we hear you, we see you, and we can't wait just to welcome you here. Yeah. Very soon you'll be part of this gang here. Yeah.
Yeah.
and Purity, you're not late. You're not too late. You're never late. Your time is that time.
Yeah.
Yes, this is your perfect time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. So
And
happy to see
you,
that.
yeah, and you already with us. You already with us. That's one thing you have to be sure that we are already here, ready, very ready to hold your hand, just like we have been held.
She's
We
ready to
haven't come
fly.
this far. Yeah. So thank you so much, my sisters, and again for the nuggets, for the freeness in you to share just what you have had to go through and learn, and now sharing the lessons with others. I can't say thank you enough, because sometimes what we want is just to hear from what others had to go through and how they overcame that. So thank you so much. I will be coming back to you again. In between the weeks, you'll be seeing one of us here and there, two of us, three of us. But be sure next Saturday, such a time, we will be back here to once more give our testimonies, because that is just entirely what we are doing. So thank you everyone for watching us. And if you watch this on replay, we are saying feel free to reach to each one of us. As we said, we'll give you the information that you need to make an informed decision. My sisters, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll be talking to you in another way, in another form. For now, bye bye. Be blessed.